This is KastKing Kestrel BFS, and as of 2022, I could use two adjectives to describe this reel, which are used with a "the" before them. So, that's the lightest BFS reel in the world. Second of all, this is the smallest BFS reel in the world. So, during this video, I will take a deep look at all the specifications and features this reel possesses, and obviously I will take a weight of it just to prove that it's the lightest, and also I will measure and compare this brand new reel to some of my older reels, BFS reels, namely that's a Daiwa Gecko Pigeon and Tsurinoya Dark Wolf Ultra. So yeah, I hope this video will be useful for you. But before going any further, I will mention this. This video is not sponsored at all, as I paid for the thing out of my own pocket, so I am free to say whatever I like. Actually, before talking about the reel itself, I want to show you the packaging. Usually I do not care about the packaging like at all, but this one is nice. I mean, you can tell that it's premium product because it has decent padding and the reel just goes like that. And the cover goes on top. So yeah, premium packaging as you would see like on iPads or whatever. Very nice to see that. Okay, packaging done. Let's move on the thing itself. So, as you can see, the reel is tiny, really small reel. When I took it out of the box, I was thinking, okay, I like it already. So, I guess what I would like to do first, I won't talk about the colors as such, or like the shape of the frame, anything like that. I just will shut up and give a couple of turns of the thing from both sides or from all sides, so you would be able to see and decide whether you like it or not without me talking about it too much. Right, now the functional part. Let's look for those wobbles in moving parts. So first of all, knobs, right? I'll make sure that I'm grabbing the handle well. This is good, like pretty much zero movement in here. This one has slight one, but again, it's not excessive like on any Daiwa or Shimano. You would see the same or more actually on both knobs. Yeah, good. Now, let's make sure that the drag is at maximum, and let's look for that movement in the handle. I mean, as if I would be turning the handle. No, it's solid actually, solid. No movement whatsoever. Good. And now I will look for that movement kind of in and out, because most of the baitcasters will have a little bit of movement no matter how expensive or cheap the reel is. So okay, actually good. Yeah, I can't find any. Okay, so that's awesome. Really good. Now another moving part, that's a spool releaser switch or knob. Call it as you like. In this position, there is a little movement, but from what I can tell, I need to apply a little bit more of power and like side to side power for it to move like if I would shake the reel. Something shakes, but it's not the... So yeah, when I shake, I guess the thing that shakes are those magnets. Actually, I can quickly see. Just I will remove the spool and we'll give a shake now. Yeah, it's quiet, so it's good to see that nothing like excessive movement in here. Okay, let's put everything back together. I will take it apart once more, but now I just wanted to see, now in this position, the same, no extra movement. Okay, now let's also check how that sound is. Oh, it's pleasant actually. I like it. It's like not metallic, it's more like quality plastic sound, I would say. Yeah, I like it. Cool. Okay, now let's talk about the adjusters. So, first of all, Dragstar. As you can see, it has fancy shape. Not too sure why they did that. Possibly that, see, when I'm fishing and I notice this immediately, quite often I do like one hand operation. So I release a spool, cast out, and then when I want to start reeling in, like jigging, right, then I use my finger just to flick the spool releaser knob back. And the shape, it means, see, kinda I'm pushing like at 90 degrees angle pretty much. Maybe that's thinking behind it, because it's kind of very easy, very easy to do it without even a rod. Maybe that's why. The shape of the Dragstar. Again, it's decent size and I like it. Some people will complain that it's too big. I like it. I think it's a good size. Now the handle is quite short. I can't remember, 80 or 90 millimeters long. Obviously, I won't talk about the specifications, which you can find on the website of the KastKing or on AliExpress, whatever. So yeah, if you are interested, check for that. Obviously, the drag click or Dragstar clicks. You have a listen for it. I will shut up. Then a spool tension knob. It has clicks. Have a listen. Those actually louder than drag clicks or Dragstar clicks. Nice. And also it has a drag clicker, so basically when the fish will be taking the line, so I'll try to imitate it by squeezing down the spool and turning the handle, and have a listen for it. Nice, and feels very smooth as well. I like it. Yeah, so I can try to rotate the spool as well. Cool. And then another adjuster, that's a braking system or brakes adjuster. So this thing is very fancy, or has very fancy design. First of all, the clicks are very nice and positive. You will definitely hear about it when you will switch or will not switch, you will know about it. That's the loudest click or clicking thing in the reel. So have a listen for it. Awesome. And also you will see it has like a hole here showing you kind of where you are exactly. So basically you are looking through the hole to see the number, and then you will see where you are when it comes to the braking power. So it has from minimum to maximum, and from minimum to maximum there are like 10 numbered settings, and in between every setting there are a couple of clicks as well, so over 20 settings you will have. When it comes to the smoothness and power transmission, it's really good. I would say that only reel which was better, I mean smoother, and it had better power transmission from the ones I have or put my paws on, was this Daiwa Gecko Pigeon. But again, it was like that before I chucked it into a river with a flow on a gravelly bottom, and then obviously all the bearings went south. I replaced a couple of them, but it's not there compared where it was. Anyway, let's go back to the Kestrel. So power transmission, right? it's not like very good because it's new reel, and from what I can tell, it's greased quite well. I will come to the grease a bit later, but power transmission on Daiwa is better. Most likely, as I say, because it's greased well and it's a new reel. But I'm not saying that it's bad by any means. I mean, I only need, just a slightless touch. And it's very, very smooth as well, like quiet and smooth. And I'm pretty certain that, after 1 or 2 outings, it will be like, buttery, silky smooth. Now it kind of has a little bit of resistance, but I'm pretty certain that will be grease resistance as far as I can make out, because it's quiet, it's not grinding, anything like that. Super quiet, super smooth. Just power transmission on the Daiwa was better when it was new. Okay, now about the components and parts used and materials used for this reel. First of all, the knobs, right? I never ever seen the shape of the knob as used on this Kestrel, and they are tiny. So if I would compare like with Daiwa, right? Like they are tiny, and they are made out of rubber or silicone, so soft feeling they have when you touch them, and they have those little ridges. And for my taste, I like them a lot, even though I did not use the reel itself, like in real situation, just looked at it, at home, but I liked those knobs already. I think they're very, very nice, and kinda I have a feeling that they will be very, very comfortable in the field. So yeah, nice knobs. Since the handle is made out of carbon, the drag star is made out of carbon or plastic, not sure from what I can tell. Then the side plates are made out of carbon, or at least KastKing says that. And then the frame itself, that's probably the most expensive thing in the reel, is made out of magnesium. And the reason why they managed to make this reel so light, probably the frame and side plates as well. And yeah, those are the main components. Again, if you want to see or read what the gears are made out of, if you have a look at the description, you will see all that. Another little very, very nice touch, in my opinion, is this little inlet or piece of rubber on the spool releaser knob. Kinda, it just feels nice, when you put your thumb on. It just feels nice, that it won't slip. It just adds comfort pretty much. Really, really like it. And yeah, that's the first reel I have with something like that, I believe. Maybe some bigger reels have it, from which I have. So yeah, looks cool as well. Another very cool thing about this reel is that it has a fancy and good, in my opinion, line guide. As you can see, it's kind of cone shape, if you will. So from this direction where the line will be going from, it's wider than from here. And also it has like oval shape from here and just round from here. So yeah, cool design, practical and functional as well. Great. Yet another very neat feature on this reel is grease application pod. So basically you screw the thing out and you are exposed with the main gear, and then you can apply grease onto that gear. Very, very cool and simple and practical design. No flaps, nothing like that. When you want to grease your reel, you know that you want it, you just take your screwdriver, take this screw out and apply your grease and put the screw back in. You know that it won't get in the way and so on. I like it. Okay, we talked about specifications and features of the reel. Now the moment of truth, right? I will try to take a weight of the reel just to confirm, you know, that it's 1, 2 something grams. Okay, I hope you can see it. It says 127.3. Nope. Yeah, it's 127.34. So it makes it lighter than Aldebaran or even this Tsurinoya Dark Wolf Ultra. So that's the lightest reel in the world, as I say, as of 2022. That's great. Now I will open up the or take off the side plate, and to do that there is a switch, quite positive actually, yeah, not bad, and then you just pull it off, and quite impressive actually how easy the side plate comes off. Yeah, on other small reels it's not that easy. Yeah, good to see that. I will come to the spool a little bit later, but now I want to show you those brakes, which are kind of copied off or from Shimano FTB, and basically that's a dynamic braking system where the magnets do move. Yes, you will find on YouTube some reviews saying that those brakes are too strong, but I personally don't see casting 1 gram with a reel. And in real situations, I never really needed 1 gram. And with some reels, for example, with Piss Diver, you can cast 1 gram, but you won't get the distance. And in real situation, you just won't have the room most of the time, especially when you are trouting. You want nice, gentle swipe, you know, and for the lure to go out with 1 gram, that's not possible. So yeah, anyway, dynamic braking system here, which works. I hope you can see that those magnets are going out a little bit. Quite strong magnets as well. Actually, since I have the scales, let's take a weight of the spool itself. Wow. If I'm not mistaken, this will be the lightest spool, stock spool. Wow, with a ball bearing and pin as well. Right. Remember when I said that I will talk about the grease? See, it's so well greased that I have a little bit of grease coming out actually of the reel, like from the gearbox, if you will, and landing onto the ball bearing here. And this is no good. I will have to remove the bearing and will clean it very well. And maybe I will clean around here a little bit as well, because that will affect casting, especially with lighter weights, you know, like 2 gram. So, I can see it being a problem, especially at the start. Obviously later that grease will wear off, but at the start you want something low in viscosity. I mean, quite not a thick oil, or that's not even an oil here, that's a grease. So yeah, I will have to remove that, but the spool itself is tiny. If I remember correctly, the diameter is 28 millimeters, super light and tiny spool. And now remember when I said about the size, right, of the reel. So now I will quickly measure side plates of a few reels I have. See, it's so difficult to take those side plates. And on Tsurinoya it's not even marked. I don't know what I'm doing. Finally. And then on Dive as well. So, Kestrel, Daiwa, Tsurinoya, right? So, and if I will grab my measuring tool here, and we'll measure the highest measurement here on the Kestrel. Hope you can see 34 millimeters, right? Then if I would measure diver, as good as I can, 37. And Surinoya, $38. So as you can see, it's about like 3 to 4 millimeters difference. So this Kestrel will be the lowest profile reel in the world, and by being the lowest profile reel in the world, it will feel the smallest in the hand, and in general it will be the smallest reel. Yes, it might be not as kinda wide or wider, but when you are holding reel in the hand, how wide it is, you won't feel that as much. But from what I can tell, when it comes to wideness of the reel, they are more or less the same. I don't know if you can pick that on camera that well, but for me, they do look the same. Obviously, I could take my time and measure exactly which one is like wider, but as I say, I'm not bothered. I just know that this Kestrel is the lowest profile reel, and when you hold it in the hand, it's just nothing pretty much. Even though Surinoya is small reel and Daiwa is even smaller. So as you can see in the shot, I can't really say that one is wider than the other. Maybe Daiwa is a little bit wider, not sure, but like just by looking at them, they do look the same to me. But yeah, when you hold in the hand this new Kestrel, it definitely feels smaller. How it will feel, whilst fishing, I just don't know, but me personally, I do like small reels when lure fishing. They are just more compact, easier to use, and I don't need very big reel in most situations when I need them, or when I need a big reel for some reason, like long casts. I know about it and I will grab a big reel, but for general fishing and BFS fishing, the smaller the better, as far as I can see it. So yeah, we looked at all the specifications, features, we took a weight, we measured the thing as well, and it looks very, very impressive, at least on paper. When I will test it out on the water, there will be another video, probably in a few weeks' time. Next question is the price. Kinda, why it's so expensive? Obviously that magnesium body or frame adds the most to the price, I would say. You see, there is the same almost frame reel, which is from KastKing, which is called Valiant Eagle, I believe, 2, version 2, and it uses the same frame. So if you want the smallest reel, you can get that Valiant Eagle and obviously that reel will have plastic or graphite side plates and body and aluminum handle. simpler knobs, but internals most likely will be very similar, and the spool will be similar. From what I saw, the weight is more or less similar or exactly the same. Braking system is the same, or maybe even improved, because that Valiant Eagle came out a little bit later than this. So yeah, I don't want to make this video very long. Bottom line, great reel on paper. How it will be casting and performing on water, we will see. But as I say now, I do not regret paying extra money for less known and not top brand, if you will. As on paper, it's better than anything else, you know. And yeah, looks very nice too. Again, if you want to save some, you can get that KastKing Valiant Eagle. Same frame, the smallest reel you can get, and it should perform very similarly. And yeah, I will leave a link for this reel in the description below on AliExpress, and also I will leave a link for that KastKing Valiant Eagle in the description below also. Check them out. But that's it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.